Hello, and welcome back to today's episode of V-Gaming, starring me, the Saverings of V-Gaming. Thanks for joining. Please join us on our Twitter / Elon Musk's X and Steam at V-Gaming. We'll just get right into it. This is going to be a quick and dirty video today. I got a bolt in about 15 minutes, so let's do this. PC gamers spend 92% of their time on older games, and there are apparently 908 million of us now. This is an article I kind of read in passing this morning when I woke up and was flipping through my phones. Ben Porter, Director of Consulting at Video Game Marketing Intelligence Newzoo, is giving a talk at GDC, that's the Game Developers Conference, this week that picks out some highlights from the firm's annual look at the state of the games industry. PC Gamer was fortunate enough to get a sneak peek at his slides, and one of the takeaways is that PC gaming is bigger than ever. And we love to play old games. You know why that is? Older games remaster themselves on their own. And if a game is good, it's good. I love when console players want to pick out, but they mostly play old games on PC. What are you playing on your PlayStation or on your Xbox right now? Probably an older game. You're playing Rocket League. You're playing Fortnite. You're playing Call of Duty. You're playing Roblox. You're playing Forza. You're playing Gran Turismo. Nobody's playing Gran Turismo. You're playing Apex Legends. You're playing Rainbow Six Siege. You're playing GTA 5. These are all old games. The thing on the PC is, though, your games look better over time without you having to wait for some remastered or enhanced version for some remake. You know, as you upgrade. Like, for instance, the game right here in the thumbnail, Team Fortress 2. I started playing this on a laptop. Or actually on a pretty decently powered PC. It's ancient now. It's a calculator compared to what like an entry level computer would be now. But I started playing TF2 on an old laptop in like 2008. It's 2025. I've got a 3080 and an i9. TF2 is like from the future in 2025. That shit plays 4K, a billion FPS. And I was running it back then at like 1080p, maybe. Maybe in 2008. So that's why your games instantly look better and they instantly remaster themselves. And plus, on your on your handhelds like your Steam Deck or your GPD device or your Rogue Ally, those are more powerful than your computer was in like 2011, 2012, 2013. So why wouldn't you play those games now that you could play it on the toilet or on the bus or riding shotgun in a car? So it makes sense. And like I said, at the same time, actually, we could look that up. Let's look and see what y'all are playing. Talking about PC. What's this? Talking about what PC players only. You guys were playing old games anyway. See what you're playing on PlayStation. Call of Duty, Fortnite, GTA 5. NBA 2K 25. Yeah, this says 25, but let's be real. Have the NBA 2K games really changed all that much in the last 15 years? Like the actual gameplay itself and the present, has it really changed all that much? No. Roblox, Marvel Rivals, that's newish. Madden 25, they've been making Madden since like 1989. That's not a new game. Minecraft, not a new game. EA College Football, they used to make this in like the 90s and like the 2000s. Not a new game. WWE 24, nope, not a new game. Monster Hunter Wilds, that's new. Rainbow Six Siege, not a new game. Apex Legends, not a new game. WDB 25, literally new, but is really not much difference between 2K24 and 2025? Not really. So you see what I'm saying? Same thing on the Xbox. Actually, we don't have to look at the Xbox list because 12 of the 15 top games are the exact same game. But yeah, the difference is Rocket League. Is that a new game? No. Forza Horizon 5, is that a new game? No. Watch Dogs Legion, is that a new game? No. So, PC gamer, we spend 92% of the time on older games. How much percentage of the time you think Call of Duty, Fortnite, Grand Theft Auto, Roblox, Marvel Rivals, Minecraft, well, not Marvel Rivals, these top 5 plus these two, how much time do you think is spent on those games on the PlayStation? A pretty good chunk, at least a third of the time. Something like that. Matt Piscatella said the top 10 games eats up 40% of all player time, period. So something like that. Was it top 10 or top 5? But anyway, I digress. So everyone plays old games, man. There's no shame in it. Let's see. The results are extrapolated, which means they take a small sample size, they look at the total number of units out there, and then they fill in the gap with the percentages overall based on the percentages from their sample size, extrapolated. From a yearly in-depth survey of 73,000 players, that's nothing. There was 40 million concurrent players just on Steam alone, like last week. Alongside data from over 10,000 games. This from Newzoo says that the PC market is growing at a steady rate, with an estimated 873.5 million players in 2023, rising to almost a billion, 907.5 million in 2024. This might break a billion after this year. I know you'll like this one. This handily beats out console attendance audience, of whom there is an estimated 653 million. I know you'll like this one. PC gamer. You should know because you're a PC gamer. PC gamers don't care. There could be more console players than PC players. That wouldn't affect us at all. We would not care about that. So I don't know what you're talking about. You may like it. And the data further shows, in their own words, that 908 million PC players are heavily skewed toward older live service games. Yeah, just the PC players are skewed toward older live service games. Cool. Just the PC players, though. The data shows from January 2024 to December 2024, 67% of player hours on PC were spent on a game that was 6 or more years old. 6 or more years old, 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 6 or more years old. Okay. 7.1 of the total hours were spent on Counter-Strike. 6.4% were on League of Legends. 6.2% was in Roblox. 5.8% of the time was in Dota 2. And 5.4% was in Fortnite. But whether we accept CS2's presence or otherwise, well, they're saying CS2, well, asterisk there because it's technically CSGO is newer, but it's technically just a remake of CS Source, which is technically a remake of the original Counter-Strike. As a brief aside, if you ever wonder why publishers are so obsessed with making live service games and why so many of them fail, this gives you both answers. Get it right, and the live service game is the golden goose, a forever money machine. Why do new ones fall flat? Because by and large, the audience already likes what it likes. That's true. But then you got stuff like Marvel Rivals. Then you got stuff like, Rainbow Six. Well, these are older, but at the time, you got stuff like Marvel Rivals here on this chart. And if we look on the Steam chart, you got Repo. You got whatever Lethal Company that came out of nowhere. You got Among Us that came out of nowhere. You got Power World that came out of nowhere. You got this game Fragpunk I hadn't even heard of until yesterday's video that came out of nowhere. You got Balatro, even though that's mostly single player, that came out of nowhere. You got Helldivers 2 that came out of nowhere. So I don't really buy that either. Overwatch 2 is still on the charts in Mexico. That's interesting. Here's Rust. You got Rust that came out of nowhere. So I only believe that up to a certain point. This data and all this kind of stuff is kind of skewed and it's kind of funky. Not everyone is playing on the latest. This isn't somewhat surprising. It reflects the size and scale of PC gaming markets. Everyone is playing on the latest hardware or has the money constantly buy the newest titles. But a PC as a platform offers endless ways to play for free. The 5 titles that Newzoo picked out are dominating are all free to play, alongside rare opportunities to pick up older titles for a pittance. The interesting thing is, as someone who does this for a living, it shows the disconnect between consumer interest and much of the industry coverage. Yep. Which tend to skew towards the latest hot game or big disaster or latest hardware. You can put that there too. The modern press won't shut up about the newest CPUs and GPUs, but gamers don't care. The last 2 lines of NVIDIA trash. The RDNA 4 that came out, that's been the biggest actual news that people have put in their hands and wanted it in their hands since the RTX 1000 series back in 2016. Yeah. The RDNA 4 is the biggest, hottest thing that people actually wanted in graphics since 2016. But that's not being reflected in PC gamers' general playing habits, where, much like comfort food, we tend to have our favorite older titles and stick with them because the new ones are trash. Why would you want to keep buying and playing the newest shit over and over and over and over? And, you know, some people did try that stuff, especially if it's free to play, and they ended up going back with their friends because they have time and friends invested in all that. But that's literally the way that the news cycle is going. That's literally the way that the industry is going. What do you guys think? Thanks for joining me. Don't forget, follow us on Twitter and Steam at V-Gaming. And see you guys later. Peace. Thanks for watching.